Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Imagine scrolling through your social media feed, maybe TikTok, maybe Facebook, and suddenly you see it, a horrifying video. A Marine trainer, mid-performance, looks like she's being brutally attacked, killed even, by a killer whale. It looks shockingly real. Your heart pounds, you probably gasp. And for millions, well, this exact scenario played out just recently with something being called the fake Orca attack hoax, this infamous Jessica Radcliffe video. This clip just went absolutely viral. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, it was everywhere. It showed, or seemed to show, a female Marine trainer. They named her Jessica Radcliffe in this gruesome attack during a live show. The visual impact was just undeniable. I mean, it's terrifyingly realistic, and frankly, it fooled millions into thinking this horrific event actually happened.
Yeah, and what's truly astonishing about this, beyond that immediate shock factor, is that the whole thing was entirely well fabricated, completely fake. Journalists, fact checkers, various investigators, they jumped on it almost immediately, and they found zero evidence, nothing, no proof that any Jessica Radcliffe was a real person, or that an incident like that ever even occurred. It was pretty quickly confirmed as artificially generated, most likely using advanced AI tools. There was just no legitimate media records, no credible sources anywhere to back up that shocking scene.
Right, zero corroboration. But, okay, if it was completely fake, how did so many of us fall for it? I mean, millions. What's the hidden mechanism? What's at play that allows something so demonstrably false to spread so far so fast and fool so many people? So our mission today in this deep dive is to really explore that, the psychology behind its incredible virality and its very real-world impact, even though it was fake. And maybe pull out some crucial lessons for all of us, as we try to navigate this increasingly complex world of synthetic content. This deep dive really does pull back the curtain on some pretty compelling mechanisms behind misinformation, doesn't it? When something like this fake Orca attack just takes hold like that, what stands out to you as maybe the most crucial psychological takeaway for you listening?
Well, what's truly illuminating here, I think, is what we could call the psychology of virality. Content that's as sensational as this fake Orca attack, it triggers our most primal responses. We're talking immediate fear, shock, deep empathy sometimes. When we encounter something that extreme, our brains can quite literally go into what some call shock mode. And that's not just a metaphor. It actually releases stress hormones, things like cortisol, adrenaline. And these hormones can actually impair our rational thinking. They make it harder to think clearly. And crucially, they fuel this almost instant, overwhelming urge to share what we've just witnessed. So in that moment, we often bypass critical fact-checking. We don't stop to think. We just let that raw emotion drive our actions. Click share.
It's almost unsettling, isn't it? How our own primal reactions, our own biology can be sort of exploited. And what feels even more insidious here is how this specific hoax seemed to tap into existing fears. It wasn't entirely out of the blue. Can you tell us a bit about how it maybe leveraged past real-life traumas to boost its believability?
Oh, absolutely. That's a key point if we connect this to the bigger picture. Despite being completely fake, this video definitely ignited widespread alarm. It sparked very real conversations online and offline. And what's particularly disturbing, I think, is how the hoax cleverly, maybe intentionally, maybe not, resurfaced footage and memories of real, terrifying Orca incidents from the past. Specifically, many people immediately thought of the tragic case of the SeaWorld trainer Dawn Brancheau.
Right, that was a real and horrific event.
Exactly, and that actual real-life event undoubtedly amplified the believability of this fake clip for many people. It really underscores a powerful, unsettling truth. Synthetic content isn't created in a vacuum. It can exploit fear, exploit imagery already tied to our collective memory of past traumas. And that makes it even harder sometimes to distinguish facts from fiction. It feels plausible because something similar tragically did happen.
Okay, so given how easily our emotions, our past experiences can be weaponized by these kinds of hoaxes, what can we actually do? This raises that really important question. What practical steps, what lessons can we take from this specific incident to better protect ourselves?
Yeah, that's the crucial part. And we can learn quite a bit. First, and this sounds simple, but it's vital. Always, and I really mean always, try to check reputable sources before you react emotionally or share something shocking. Don't let that initial emotional impulse, that shock or anger, take over your actions. Pause. Second, actively look for inconsistencies, especially metadata inconsistencies if you can. Often there are subtle warnings, little clues that hint at manipulation, things like a complete lack of provenance, like where did this video actually come from? Who filmed it? When? or odd, unnatural motion within the video itself. AI can sometimes struggle with fluid, complex movement, or maybe blurred frames, weird artifacts in the image that just don't look quite right if you look closely.
So develop that critical eye for the visual details too.
Exactly. And finally, remember a simple rule of thumb, kind of a gut check. If it feels too sensational, too perfectly shocking, too unbelievable, it probably is. Your gut feeling can be a pretty good first filter. It should prompt you to pause and investigate before you hit share.
Those are such critical practical steps, and it really underscores how vital it is for each of us, for you listening, to cultivate that critical eye. It's not just about being online anymore, is it? It's about how we process information generally. Distinguishing what's real from what's fake is, well, it's no longer just a digital skill. It's becoming an essential life skill, period.
Yeah.
And maybe this whole incident forces us to confront a kind of deeper question, something to think about. If our perceptions, our feelings of reality can be so easily manipulated by fabricated content, what does that actually mean? What does it mean for our collective trust, for the very fabric of a shared reality, when something that feels so convincingly real can, in fact, be entirely manufactured? Something to consider.